Hello and welcome back to my craft room. Well, it's not often I get to do 2 unboxing videos in 1 week, but I've been really spoiled this week. So after having the Scaller box arrived a couple of days ago, not long after the previous one, because the previous one had been held up by the postal strikes, and now today I've got the Artful box. Positively my last Artful box this time. It's been very late arriving. They have sent some apologies, they had some supply problems. I think it's supposed to arrive at the end of September, so it's like a good month late. And I've got nothing against the Artful box, it's been fine, it's probably really good value for money. I've had, I think, 4 altogether. I've just decided that since I retired I had to cut back on a few things, and I think when I am going to spend money on art supplies I'd sort of rather choose. I think I've had somewhere it's been gouache paints which I already had, colour pencils which I already had lots of, and it's £39.95 the subscription. It's quarterly, and I'm not saying it's not good value, it's just a lot to pay if it turns out to be something you've already got. So when I did the lino print one, that was great, I've not done that before. I've also bought the screen printing box, brilliant, great value, because you know I've not got any of those supplies already. But when it is something you've already got, so I'm going to stick with the one art box now. I'm going to stick with Scaller box, because having tried some others myself and looking at everybody else's unboxings, I hand on heart can say I think Scaller box is the best one around at the moment. So for my purposes anyway, I think if you especially if you're just starting out and you haven't already got a craft room stuffed with supplies like I have, I think these are really good value, and they're always very well thought out. Inspiration and stuff they give you as well is great. It's a nicely curated box and all of that. Nothing against them, it's just not for me. So this is definitely the last one, and this is I had one more than I meant to have, because when I went in to cancel my subscription last time they offered me a £5 off to have another box. So I thought, oh go on then, one more box. But this is positively it. So let's have a look, let's stop waffling on and let's see what's inside. Now they've changed things up. I used to prefer the old format where you had a beautiful design on a box, but it was a bit of a secret as to what was going to be inside. Now they've kind of rebranded, and you get this Artful art school in a box, and they tell you what's inside it, so there's no surprise. So, and the postman brings it like this is exactly as it arrives, so there's no kind of ooh moment which is part of the fun for me. Okay, so let's do the old rip strip and get in there. So satisfying. So there's no kind of ooh what's going to be inside. I kind of know what's going to be inside. They're always beautifully packaged, really thoughtfully packaged, and everything always works really nicely together. So here's all the information. You can upgrade, there's always extra supplies, you can get perhaps extra colours, that kind of, how to share your work, new content. Yeah, there's lots of tutorials you can access online and things, and the magazine that comes in the box it's more than a magazine, it's like a book, it's brilliant. Always, as I say, very nicely packaged. It's lovely, yeah, really nice, feels like a real treat. So these are the markers, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24 markers. So it says studio markers. Is that alcohol markers? We've got a chisel tip. Oh yeah, alcohol markers. Chisel tip and a point. Lovely, because you can get to block in bigger areas and you can get fine detail as well. Nice range of colours. Looking forward to using them. They'll be brilliant. They'll be lovely to have. I don't have a massive amount of alcohol markers actually, so they will be really good. Let's have a look. Keep that because I'll definitely use that for something. And it's inspirational artist print. Oh look, we've got 2. Oh nice, aren't they? Really nice. I could put them in clip frames up on my craft room, and this is the kind of thoughtful thing they do. So this would be quite hard to get your hands underneath and lift that out, but there's this little tab so you can just lift it. You see, I like that. I mean, you can take it off, but it's really handy. So this is 30 sheets of 160 GSM smooth sketchpad, smooth paper sketchpad. It's smooth, it's not like like really, really smooth, like marker paper. It's got a little bit of it, so you could use coloured pencils on it, things, which is nice. Suitable for pencils, pen, calligraphy, pastel and oil pad. I've had one of these sketch pads from them before. It's really nice paper to use. They always seem to put, I don't know if it's always, but in the boxes I've had, they always put some of these little greetings cards in. I think what I might do is make a point of using these, and because I am starting to run out of homemade cards now. Slightly coated 280 GSM board, suitable for wet and dry media. So you could do little watercolour things on there. Hopefully the markers will work on there. If they don't work, or if they come through or something, then I would do the illustration on the paper and cut it to fit the card instead. But it's nice to have those. So what else have we got? What's this one? Fine liner, a bit like a micron type thing, isn't it? 0.5mm. 2H pencil. Don't like hard pencils. I mean, they're good for doing really light lines, but I just don't like them. Maybe I'll put that aside and put that as a little extra in my Desert Island pencil case for someone. Yeah, I might do that. Put that to one side. I'm not going to use it. That reminds me, I'm meant to be saying on every video I upload this week, because it's only a week. It's a week today till the Arty Farty Party, which we're having. It's a live stream here on YouTube to celebrate passing 1,000 subscribers. It's just a way to celebrate and say thank you to everybody. There will be guests coming on, so there'll be lots of gossip. We're going to do a live doodle along, and there will be lots of goodies to give away. There is a draw for a Schooler box that you can enter now. I'll leave links below to where you can do that, and there are 11 prizes altogether will be given away on the day, so join us if you can. It's next Saturday, the 5th of November, starting at 2 PM UK time and finishing at 4. Might run a little bit over, but that's the plan. Join us if you can. It'd be lovely to see as many of you as possible. That's enough of that now. Let's go back to the box. So not much more left to take out. Swatch card. It's always nice to have a swatch card, so I'll swatch them out for you in a minute. And the magazine, but it's, as I say, it's more of a book than a magazine really. There's no kind of advertising or anything like that in it. It's all solid, useful stuff. Oh, it smells quite strong. This is where they list all the stuff in the box and how much they would all cost. They don't say about the fine liner as if it's waterproof or not. Presumably it's okay to use with the alcohol markers, because I know if you're using like Copic markers, for example, there are certain Copic friendly liners that you can use. So hopefully they've thought, they usually curate everything really well so they will work well together. So I'm sure it will be the case that I can go over the fine liner with these markers and it'll be fine, but we'll find out in a moment. Recommended retail prices can be misleading, can't they? I mean, for example, blank greetings cards and envelopes, £4 for 4. I would not pay £1 each for a blank greeting card, and if I was going to, I wouldn't want their advertising on the back. If I'm brutally honest, I don't feel those are worth £1 each. I do buy blank greetings cards and I don't pay anything like that much for them. Oh, a signed print. No, it's not really signed. It's in the £14.95. Yeah, okay. Yeah, probably if we went to buy that. Yeah, okay. This is the one that should have been in last month's box. I think last month was the gouache. So that's the one that should have been in last month's box. They put in this month. Okay. I kind of feel like, although it's lovely and it's a lovely print and I'm sure it's worth £14.95, but I feel like when you're pricing the box as to, to see if you get any money's worth, you don't count that because you didn't want that. That wasn't it's not an art supply as such that you were after. And I don't really count the cards because I feel like that's overpriced. So when I'm sort of totting up, did I get my money's worth? I'm looking at the markers, the fine liner, the pencil and the sketch pad. I'm not going to count the magazine either really. £7.95 for the magazine, although it is a really good magazine. So let's just tot up then. Okay, so 24 Artful alcohol marker pens. They're saying the recommended retail price for that set alone would be £49.95. So for £39.95 then we've got our money's worth. And although recommended retail prices may be misleading, I mean, what does that work out? £2 each, doesn't it? that's probably fair enough. And you've also got the fine line at 250, pencil 150, sketch pad 1450. So yeah, we've definitely got our money's worth. History of markers. There's all sorts. It's a nice read, this magazine, and it does tell you, it gives you lots of basic information about. I love this kind of thing. How to use the pens. Lots of ideas. I can remember coming back from Hungary and Poland, various places that we visited, and with my head full of the architecture, thinking, oh. Yeah, so you can see there's lots of inspiration, lots of very different kind of artists featured there. So even if one doesn't appeal to you and inspire you, then one of the others will. Yeah. So I'm just going to swatch these on here, and then I'll come back another day and actually do something with them. Maybe those cards. Maybe I'll make some cards. Well, it's a nice range of colours. I do tend to find that when I'm using alcohol markers, I kind of want at least 2, if not 3, kind of shades of the same colour that will blend together nicely. So for example, probably those 3 pinks would work, or these 3 kind of red to peach, kind of red, orange, peach would probably work. These are probably these 3, or these 3. And I haven't got that with all of them. I haven't got another kind of turquoisey shade of blue that will work with that, and I don't think I kind of feel like I want another green between this one and this one. So I'm not sure how well that's going to. I won't be able to tell that really until I start trying to use them. And of course, you know, this. Oh, I won't find it again. There we are. Is that it? No. There was a page that was saying about other colours. There we go. So they're not calling us the upgrade box, but I think this must be what the upgrade box is this time. So you've got, yeah, you've got another shade of green in there, another shade of a kind of citrusy colour that would go between those two. Yeah, there was another turquoisey blue though. But yeah, I will also mix and match them with other alcohol markers that I've got as well, of course. The one thing that, although I always love the Artful boxes, I'm not very good at putting pens and pencils and things back in their boxes or tins or whatever. So this box probably won't last very long. See, that kind of thing starts to annoy me, because I'm not going to, as I'm using them, I'm not going to keep putting them in and out of the box. And once there's a few out, they all fall down. So that's probably just me being finicky. I also think I don't know if they'll tell us somewhere in the magazine, but I will probably store these flat like that, because otherwise, it's, you know, when you've got a dual marker, you'll tend to find that one end is juicier than the other, depending on which way up you've stored it. So I think it might be better to store them flat. A couple of them felt a little bit dry compared to the others, so I hope that doesn't mean. I don't know. You normally expect it, pens to be quite sort of juicy when you first try them, don't you? They're lovely the way they, as you would kind of expect with alcohol markers, even when you just like scribble them on, you can see I've done there, except there where I've deliberately made lines. Mostly where I've just scribbled them on, as they've dried, they've blended out, and that you get that nice smooth look. You don't get lots of scribble lines, which is great. Have another go with those soon. I've never done the Artful challenge, I've just sort of never got around to it, but I might have a go this time, as it's my last box. I did test this, so you can see they do all come through, but you know, that's normal for alcohol markers. So if I used them, if I was going to do those cards, they would probably come through and that wouldn't look very nice. So if I wanted to make these into cards with these pens, I'd do it on the paper separately and mount it onto the card, possibly with a contrasting mount or something, which you can make with the pens as well, so that's quite nice. But yeah, I did practice, I did try the fine liner and then did a light colour over the top, and you can see it didn't smudge at all, so that's really good. So that's that. Let's put this all together. So there we go, that's put that over. That's the Artful box for I think that should have arrived at the beginning of October. So it's the October box. It's a quarterly box. So I'm really happy with that for my, let's come back to, hang on. I'm really happy with that for my last box. As I say, I do think it's good value, and I think especially for someone sort of starting out, if you've not got any art supplies, each box gives you everything you need to get started, and that's always great. And there's lots of inspiration, lots of tutorials that go with it. So I would recommend them. They're just, it doesn't really suit me because I've got a lot of stuff already. So yes, it will be my last one, but I'm quite happy with it, and I'd be interested to know what you think as well. Do you have the Artful box? Has it arrived yet? And what do you think? What do you think of these supplies? Massive scope, very versatile. There's all sorts of things. Whatever your taste is, you can do all sorts of things with these pens. So that's always good, isn't it? Okay, I need to come back and have a go with the screen printing box as well. Actually, it's just reminded me that I had that and I haven't used it yet. So yeah, I shall be back soon. I hope you enjoyed that. If you like this kind of thing, watch out for the next instalment. And I will see you soon. And don't forget the Arty Farty Party next Saturday the 5th. Hopefully see you there. Thank you for watching today. See you again soon.